In the bustling city of Corinth, the air was filled with the sounds of merchants calling out their wares, the rhythmic clinking of hammers in the workshops, and the murmur of people busy with their daily lives. But something more profound was stirring in the hearts of the believers who gathered in secret for worship. They had heard of the struggles of their brothers and sisters in Jerusalem. The Jerusalem church was suffering, and the Corinthian believers had promised to help. Titus, a close companion of the Apostle Paul, arrived in the city once more. He had been here before, encouraging the believers to show love through their generosity, and they had eagerly promised to collect a generous gift. Now Titus had returned with two other brothers, both men well known for their integrity and dedication to spreading the message of Jesus. They were ready to ensure that the gift the Corinthians had pledged would reach Jerusalem safely. One evening, the leaders of the Corinthian church gathered in a small, dimly lit house near the harbor. The faint smell of incense hung in the air as Titus rose to speak. They had pledged a generous sum, but some among them had grown hesitant. Corinth was a city of commerce, wealth, and opportunity, but it was also a city where fortunes could rise and fall in an instant. Some wondered if they could really afford to give so much.
I know that some of you may be anxious, but remember what Paul has taught us. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Do not give out of reluctance or compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver.
But Titus, what if our businesses fail? What if we are left with nothing? How can we be sure that God will provide for us if we give so much?
God is faithful, my brother. He is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things and at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. You will not be left wanting, and your generosity will overflow in thanksgiving to God.
Another man, Gaius, who was known for his wealth, stood and spoke. Titus is right. We must trust God. I will give as I have promised, for I believe that the Lord will provide for all of us. Let us not hold back.
Over the next few days, the believers brought their contributions. Some gave gold, others silver, and many brought goods and supplies to be sold or sent to Jerusalem. The trusted brothers who had come with Titus carefully collected the gifts, ensuring everything was accounted for and handled with integrity. They wanted no shadow of doubt to fall over the work they were doing, for they knew that this act of generosity was not only about money, but about the testimony of the church. As the believers in Corinth watched Titus and his companions depart with their gifts, they felt a deep sense of peace. They had given generously, not out of obligation, but out of love. They trusted that God would continue to provide for them, just as he had promised. And so, the story of the Corinthian church's generosity spread throughout the early Christian communities. Their gift became a symbol of the unity and love that bound the believers together. A reminder that in God's kingdom, the generous heart is always blessed and the cheerful giver is always filled with joy. Through their faithfulness, they had sown seeds of hope and love that would bear fruit in the lives of countless others. And in doing so, they had become a living testimony to the grace of God. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.